it's Cal from Cal's Crafts. How you all diddling? I thought I'd come on and do a whip and chat with you all. We're still working on the Gemini for Road Diamonds, but this might be the last time you see me working on this. I'm not a happy bunny. I use my, liner thing, you know, that you straightener, all over here. Straightened all of them, made sure they were all lined up perfect, and pushed them all back down, did the lines again, and they've all, loads have popped, and I've just pushed them all down and I can feel them all popping already. Not happy. So I thought, well, I'll give it today, we'll just set it all up. I'm going to work on it with you lot. But yeah, I think this, I'll be writing them a nice little email explaining that they need to maybe get somebody to have a look at the size of their diamonds compared to their canvas squares, because they are not lining up. And as I say, I did use the straightener because some people say they're not placed perfect, then that happens. So I used that and they still all just popped. And this is kept hanging up, so it's not even left, you know, scrumpled or anything. It's kept really nice condition, hanging up on a coat hanger out of the way. And yeah, they're just popping, so I'm not happy, because there was nothing worse than having popping drills. And I haven't got any tape to put on that. Hear it? Just sit looking around to see if I've got anything that I can stick on there. Could use some this paper, because I don't care if it gets all doodah in there, because I'm like with it. This is just peely paper. Peely paper, what do you call it? You know, the one that's got the sticky bit at the top. Note. Oh, I can't remember what they're called. No, not notepads. Is it notepads? Notelets? Oh, I don't know. You know what I mean. So I'm just going to stick them in there so I don't put my arm in it. Yeah, but apart from that, it's fine. I mean, the drills are very nice. They're shiny, but they're just popping all over the place. It's like one of those games, you know, you push it down and then you get 30 seconds and then they all splatter up at you. Is it put the tail on, not to put the tail on the donkey, like a donkey, and then you put all his equipment on it and you take it in turns, and then eventually the last one to put one on and they'll all pop off and you lose. Well, this is a bit like my diamond binding at the moment. So I think I might go on to my Treasure Studio Arts one, the dragon. But as you know, I've got the Diamond Art Club Berber Dragon coming, and it's on its way. Fair play, they dispatched it within 12 hours of me ordering it. It had been dispatched and in the post, so fair play to them. So that will be due any time. So I might, if that comes before I go, no, because I'll have to do one tomorrow with my live, won't I? So I might do the Treasure Studio Arts one. Well, we'll see. I might toss a coin and see, because I have got the glitter, everything as well, haven't I, to do the pinky pinks. So I need to empty my Harbour Freight box as well of all the, so then I've got that spare, so I can use them then for most of them, and then whatever's left over I can put in bags. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So what's everybody been doing this week? The weather in Britain has been a bit iffy this week. It's very muggy, very humid indeed, you know. Although humidity, I think, is about 65 today, something like that. Let me see if it'll come up. We'll see if we can find out what it says Llandod is. But it is very muggy, windy, overcast. I was hoping to have a barbecue this evening. Well, tea time about 5, 5:30, because I've invited Dad down, so I know he's got something decent to eat today. And Grant's offered to cook, so he's been to the butcher's this morning, got 10 burgers, 10 sausages, which is more than enough. I've been shopping and got the rolls and everything, and some salad stuff. I'll make my own coleslaw, so I've got all the ingredients for that. And a few other little picky things to put on the table to go with it. I'll go off and go back on. There you go. Right, Llandrindod Wells. There we are, see? Llandrindod. Light cloud and a gentle breeze. Oh, humidity 82 today. I was wrong. All I know is it's sticky. Yeah, sticky, sticky, sticky. Yes. It's supposed to say that. So as I said, as long as it's dry, mind you, we've got the canopy up, so Grant can always do the barbecue under the canopy if need be, if it does rain, and I'll just lay the table, take all this stuff off and lay this table, and we'll eat it in here. But that'd be a nice change. And if we can eat it outside, we can eat it on our new table, the barrel one. Grant's, now the wood's settled and it's sort of gone a bit warpy in places. He sanded it, heavy duty sander on it last night, and he's oiled it today to seal it. So I said we can eat around that. I'll just take the dining room chairs out there, because I've got like camping chairs, but they're a bit low. You can't sit in them and eat. And I haven't got any of the plasticky type chairs, or one posh ones that you can eat around a table. So I said I'll just take the dining room table ones out, put them out there, and sorted. So that's the plan. Lunchtime, nobody wanted anything, but a friend had made some flapjacks, so they had coffee and flapjacks. I think Jessie's having a fruit pot. She's got a load of melon, and pot with melon and grapes in, I think she's having. I don't know what Millie said she was going to have. I think she was having a flapjack. Josh had a flapjack, Grant had flapjack, and I had a flapjack. Grant had the cherry ones and I had the plain one, because he knows Grant likes cherry, so he always makes cherry ones, which is very nice of him. And then Grant's made him a pizza, to put your pizzas on a round wooden board, really nice to put his pizza on the table, and he's given him some wooden spoons in exchange for flapjacks. I mean, they're good mates, but he'd do it. Adam would make them anyway because he loves bacon, but he likes Grant's wooden stuff, so it's a fair exchange. We used to just send the flour and all the ingredients down as well, but yeah, I never can cook flapjacks. I always tend to overcook them because they always got to come out soft, haven't they? And then they harden up. And I think, oh, I'll just give them 5 more minutes. Just give them 5 more minutes. Just give them 5 more minutes. Yeah. And then when they set, they bloody break your bloody teeth, like. Talking of teeth, mine have settled a bit this week. I don't know. I haven't told you. I don't think. I told you I had a bit of toothache, but I'm suffering from clamping my teeth at night. And when I went to Cornwall, I was in so much pain. I had oral gel, Drider, what's it called? Drider, like sulfadols, but they're dried or something, codeine and paracetamol type mix. Because I phoned the dentist and they said there's not a lot they can do, because I've got a problem with my jaw anyway, apart from take loads of painkillers and put this oral gel stuff all over my teeth, all over my jawbone. I got to admit, it did help, but I couldn't really eat, only soft stuff, because if you try and clamp your teeth together, the pain was excruciating. He said it would die down, and I told you I had mouth exercises to do. It did die down quite a bit, but this week it's flared again. Not quite as bad, because I started the exercises straight away, but I find I only can eat soft foods again this week, so I'm looking forward to a burger and a sausage, because they'll be soft in a nice soft bun. So I did buy myself a mouth guard, but that made me heave, so I had another go at that, like I said last week. So I thought, right, I'd have another go at that this week in case it was just a one-off. Nope, it wasn't. So I said to Grant, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do if it carries on. I said maybe I'll have to get him to make one that actually fits properly, get a proper mould, because these ones are just these ones you put in hot water till they go soft, stick them in your mouth and try and mould them, but they don't mould very well. So I said I might have to have them properly moulded and have a proper mouth guard put in. But you've got to wait, because of coronavirus you cannot get to see anybody. Because I'm still waiting to have the MRIs on my jaw. That's going to be a while, I think. Because once we've had that, we can sort of go from there, I think, and then decide whether it's the mouth guard or whether the jaw needs something doing to it. I love the checkerboard. Checkerboard's my favourite. What else has been happening? Oh, Lily gave us a bloody scare yesterday. Not a major scare, but I said to Millie, would she curl my hair? Because I didn't feel too good, and I thought I had to make a floss tube. And I said, if she curl my hair, makes me feel a little bit better about myself. She said, yeah, and she likes to do it. So we put the curling tongs on a heat mat on the corner of my king size bed. So you've got the whole of the king size bed, and this was just on the corner. And then here comes Lily. Before we knew, she'd bounded on the bed, put her paw on this iron and jumped on the windowsill. Oh my bloody God, my heart was in my mouth. So I quickly checked her. I thought she's bound to be burnt. She is bound to be burnt. I said, you put your hand on that, I mean, it's scalding. Nope, nothing. So I was pressing, and Millie said, stop pressing it. I said, well, I'm just checking it if it hurts or it stings or something. No, nothing. I said, she got away so lightly. So I waited a few minutes and then rechecked it, and I was checking it every 5 minutes. Millie says, I can't do your bloody hair at this rate. But she was so lucky. But I said to Mill, of all of the bed that she could have gone, she had to go right on top of the bloody... So I said, we're going to have to be careful. If we get it out again, make sure the bedroom door's shut so she can't come in. Or if she wants to see us, put her on the windowsill, because she can get on the windowsill, but she can't get off the windowsill. So I said she can stay there and look at us. But I said, I don't want that fight again. And I said, and I don't want vet bills and having to explain how she's got a burnt paw. And her fur still's lovely and soft, and she still smells of baby talc. Oh, it's so soft. I can't get over how soft and cuddly it is. I think it's getting on her nerves because we all cuddling her all the time because it's so cutchy. It's like a big teddy bear. She is. Like a big teddy bear. And because she hasn't had her fur cut as short as she usually does when she goes to the groomers as well. So it's even fluffier, puffy, I call it. It's all poofy. Poofy it is. She just looks at me and says, oh God, give it a rest. Leave me alone. So she goes and hides under the bed, which is quite funny. I think she's up on the windowsill now. She got in a fret and off she went. Because me and Millie were busy doing something and not paying her attention, so off she went. Oh no, I tell her, I can hear little pawpaws down the hallway. She must have heard me talking about her. So I am using some Notch's Mama's Mud in some of my pens, And I am using wedding cake paddy wax in some of my pens. I'm not sure which is which though, because they both work just as good. So that one, the Notcher Mama's wax is coffee, and I thought coffee and wedding cake go nice together, so I've got a nice contrasting smell when I pick up my pens. Oh, talking diamond painting pens, I won oh, what's the name of her group? Let me have a look. Enablers, people help me out. Yeah, Enablers. Elizabeth knows, and she changed it. What did she change it to, guys? Let me just look on Facebook, because she sent me Enablers, Outpost, hand turned diamond painting pens and more. No, Elizabeth Inslee. Well, she'd done a drop thing that you could bid for one of her pens on the Facebook group, because I never make it to Etsy, or if she does anything like that, they were usually all gone. So and I won it. I can't believe I won it. I never win anything. I won the bid. Nobody outbidded me. And on this one, she was doing a special offer that she paid some towards the shipping, which was brilliant being in the UK. So, oh, I'm so excited. So excited. And fair play to her. I won it not last night before, I think, Eastern time. I think it finished at midnight. But fair play, she posted it yesterday. Bless her. So I give it, she said, I don't know how long it takes. I said, usually about just over 2 weeks, roughly. I think anything, the earliest I think I've ever had is 10 days, but usually about just over 2 weeks. So I said I'd contact her when they come, but oh, I'm so excited. I can't believe I've won a pen drop. So yeah, well, not pen, yeah. Was that what they're called? I don't know. Because usually, like, you get put off because of the postage, so you don't tend to. Well, I don't. I think most of the girls in the UK are a bit like that. You know, you've really got to pick and choose what you get because of postage. If you get anything from America, you're so lucky in America that you've got so much nice stuff over there, and so many nice stores and Etsy stores and crafters on Facebook that you can get all these goodies for. But there again, it's probably good that I don't live in America, because I'd probably be completely broke all the time. Because I would want it all. Whereas now I've got to be pick and choose what I have. That one's got a bit on it. Go in the scrappy tray. Oh, if you hear shouting or screaming, it's only Jess. She's on one of the games, probably Fortnite, because they're obsessed with Fortnite. Her and her friend. Mind you, she'd been upstairs tidying the bedroom. Not that it needed much tidying, because it would really have kept it tidy since they did that big spring clean. But she's moved one of the toy baskets, we call it, which everything gets put in that. So she emptied that, and she's found her old DS. And I got Mario Kart 7 in it. I love Mario Kart 7. It's my favourite. And Grant absolutely bloody... Oh, he's a maniac when it comes for that. He doesn't play hardly any games on any devices, but that, he'll sit for hours playing on that. So he was dead made up. So he's already had a go on it, I think, outside. He said, give it here. I'm going to have a play. Yeah, and then she hoovered up there as well. I'm like, really? Is anybody coming round or something? I should know. Just felt like it. Is there something wrong with that? No. Carry on. So I think now they've actually given it a bit of a spring clean. I think they want to keep it tidy. How long this will last is another thing, but while it does, I'm a happy mama because it saves me having to do it. Mind you, Joshua's, yeah, boys. Teenage boys. Yeah, gas mask, that's all I'll say. Say no more, just gas mask. Something just caught my eye then. I don't know what the heck that was. You know when you feel like something go past your eye? But there's nothing there. I'm trying to think what else has happened this week. Oh, me and Dad, I seen Dad off yesterday. And he said, oh, look, there's 2 bees on the floor. Now, if there's any young children, there shouldn't be young children watching because, you know. But sometimes when you're an adult, your kids come in when you're watching something. Yeah, this might not be appropriate for kids, but I think it's funny. So Dad says, oh, look, there's two bees. He said, what are they doing? And like, I haven't really got my glasses on, so I can't really see. So I said, oh, I don't know. I can sort of make out these shapes of 2 bees. He said, oh, is one dead and the other one's trying to revive it, you think? He says, so you know what's coming. So I'm like, really? So I gets down now and I said, thinking, oh, maybe it needs some sugar water or something. Yeah. One was behind the other one, going for it like there was a bat out of hell. And the one in front, Dad said, oh, it must be dead. It's not moving. So I got a little feather that was about and give it a little poke. No, it definitely was not dead. Yeah. So they were out there for quite a while. Half an hour later, I went out and there was no sign of them. So they'd obviously finished what they wanted to do and on their way. I said to Dad, I said, well, I never knew bees did that. He said, I don't even want to think about it, he said. I said, no, but it's quite funny. And the other day we saw 2 birds on top of the roof at it. I said, what is it? I said, I thought all this sort of stuff happened in the spring. But I said, no, these 2 birds were going for, well, this one bird was going for it on top of the other bird. And it was like, really? Really? I don't need to be seeing this type of thing. Thank you. You know, my mind's quite innocent. It is. It is. I can hear you. Yes, it is. I'm right sweet and little innocent I am. Yes, I think they think it's all spring or something. I don't know. It's very odd. Yeah, so that's been quite comical this week. Especially when the birds were doing it. Because Jess came out, she said, what's they doing? I said, oh, I don't know. I said, play fighting probably. Yes. And quickly change the subject and move on. Oh, Josh went and had his hair cut at last because his fringe was nearly enough down to his chin. So he's still long. To me, it's still far too long, but he likes it. And it's flicked up back and something, I don't know. Bloody half a ton of bloody lard goes on it and hairspray and God knows what. And the short back and sides all blended in. But he's happy. So that's all that matters. And he sent his dyslexia forms off to say, you know, that all the the exams that he did for that to prove that he got that. Sent all that off. That got approved. And then the grant people phoned him for an appointment, and then they went through what he can entitled to for his dyslexia to help him in uni. So he should get a laptop with all the programs that he will need. Somebody to show him how to use it as well. There was something else as well. Laptop, printer and scanner. So that he can do anything. And then he can have also, I think it's a voice recorder if he wants to record his lessons. So that was good. That was a big relief. Because that'll save us so much money. Because we couldn't afford to buy anything like that. I mean, all I got him is a Chromebook. That's as much as we could afford. So that's taken, and that's something he doesn't have to pay back either. So that's even better. So I said that's quite a relief. So I don't know when that, I think that in Wales, usually in England, I think you have to pay the first £200 towards a laptop. But in Wales you don't, so that's even better. I would have scraped the money together somehow, like, for him, because I want him to do well. Millie and Jessie have now finished for the summer. They had confirmation yesterday that they go back. Millie thinks goes back on the 5th for one day and then officially starts back on the 7th, and Jessie starts back on the 7th of September. All being well. As long as things keep going as they are going. So, let's change pens. Have a thin one. Yeah, so it's things seem to slowly be going back to how they were. I mean, they'll never be completely the same. But hopefully it's going in the right direction. Although everybody keeps talking about there'll be a second wave in winter, so I'm not even going to think about it. I said, if it happens, it happens, as long as I do my best to keep me and my family safe. That's all I can be concerned about at the moment. I don't want to do any more than that. Otherwise you're worrying all the time. So, doors being quietly opened. Hello? Oh, it's only Jessie. Say hello, Jess.
Hello.
What else has been happening? Oh, I did a dementia thing course. Well, it was a friend of mine is doing university course on dementia. Part of one of her, I can't remember what course it is, but she's doing a piece on dementia friends and stuff. So she had a tutor, needed her to do a presentation in front of minimum of 2 people, so she asked me and another friend if we'd do that on Zoom with her. So I did that this week, and it was quite interesting actually. I was quite glad I did it because I've been a few insights into the dementia and different ways of looking at some of it, so I found that quite interesting. So I think I'm going to look more into that and find out a bit more information. Can you shut the door? Thank you. About it. I did phone the care home this week, Monday. They said Mum was having had a bit of a bad weekend. She keeps worrying where Dad is, and that, does he know where she is, and that she wants to go home. But they say once they reassure her everything, she calms down. So it did upset me a little bit. So I phoned him again in the week, and she was a bit better. And then I phoned him yesterday, and they said she'd had a restless night, but most of the residents had had a restless night, so she didn't know whether it was one keeping another one, even though they're in separate rooms. But it's like in a house, and if somebody starts moving around, you can hear them. So she said she was tired yesterday. I'm still asking to go home. When can she go home? Bless her. So I said, when can I get to speak to her or see her, whatever. I said, but I don't want to do it if it's going to distress her. And they said that's very wise because it can cause more harm than good. But they said what they'll do is the activities coordinator deals with all that, and what he'll do is he'll phone me in the week, and they'll arrange for a time, hopefully, that they think would be the best time to speak to Mum, and then hopefully arrange for when we can go and see her. That's what I'm hoping anyway. But I know she had her blood results back and she's gone anemic. I don't know why she'd be anemic, but they just left a message on Dad's phone to say that the bloods had come back from the doctors, and the last lot of blood she had in the hospital, saying she was anemic, so they were putting her straight on some tablets. So I'll have to investigate more on that, on why she's anemic. So that's that news. Oh, I bought some material yesterday. I'm going to have a go at doing some project bags. Well, I did start last night having a go, trying to get my sewing machine to work. I think what's happened is the dial is, don't know whether it's gone out of sync or something. So you've got to try and figure out where to put the dial to get the right stitch. So I did sort of get it to go a little bit last night, but then I was so tired. I've left it. It's all set up opposite me, but I've got some old bits of materials that I found in their shed, not very big. So I've got some cheap zips and things, so I thought I might have an experiment. I'm not going to use the material that I showed you in Floss Tube until I'm confident or confident-ish, or if I can't work it out, Marissa's very kindly said that she'd do a one-on-one session if I needed it, and so yeah, if I can get my sewing machine to work, because it was sewing but it wouldn't connect the two threads, but I think I've sussed it, but I'm not 100% sure, because as I say, I got so tired last night I was worried that I was going to do more harm than good, so I've left it set up, but I haven't had time to look at it yet today. But I'm quite excited, but I do want Marissa to show me how, because she's done like oh, I don't know what you called it, word's gone out my head. Oh, it's like a pouch thing that you put all different bits and pieces in. I can't think, organizer type thing. Can't think what she called it. No, can't think. But I thought that'd be quite interesting. But I have asked her to do some videos because she said they're dead easy. But dead easy to Marissa, because she's a very clever lady, probably means it's quite difficult for me, because I'm not very good at stuff like this, but I'm willing to learn, so that's got to go. That's got to be a positive in it. And I'm trying to not lose my rag with it. If things go wrong, walk away, then come back and have another go. And Millie likes to sew as well, so I mean, worst case scenario, if I can't get it, then I'll buy one out of the catalogue and pay monthly. I mean, as I say, this one is 22, 24 years age, although it hasn't had much use, but it has been banged around a bit, being in the where it was held in the cupboard. So I don't know, but I do like the idea of making my own project bags, because I did them once by hand, which I absolutely love. And I found some when I was looking in the shed yesterday for zips and things and bits of materials. I have found the interfacing, is that what it's called? Very thin white stuff that you iron on it just to give it a bit more substance. I found probably about 3/4 of a metre in there. So I don't know when I got that. That's probably something that I got that I was going to have a go at and never got round to. You know, where you see something on Pinterest or on YouTube, you think, well, I'll have a go at that. You get the stuff and then you forget about it. Yeah, I think that was one of the things, because I've got loads of ribbon and loads of laces and stuff like that from when I did a lot of that type of crafting, but I'm not really into it anymore. I do the occasional bits and pieces, but I've got like a big huge plastic tub full of lace and stuff and ribbons and tubs of bloody things like feathers and oh God knows what's in it altogether. I dread to think. And I've got loads of bits of silk. What the hell I'm going to do with it and why I bought all the silk, I have no idea. So I said to Grant, hopefully when it's easier to get to the recycling centre, I can tidy it up and get rid of what isn't usable, and then I think I might give it away to the schools and see what they can make with it. But yeah, so after I've done this, I'll do a few jobs and then I'm going to have another go on my sewing machine. So if you hear screaming, it's only me. I'm frustrated with it. It is, but it doesn't matter, does it? At least I'm trying. That's what I say, at least I'm trying. Yeah. And I'm loving my cross stitching. That 28 count Lugana, I didn't think I don't think I'm ever going to get into it, but I am into it now. As long as I've got my light overhead to give me a bit of extra light so I can see the holes better. But I'm loving doing it, the pandemic on that, absolutely loving it. And I love the forest green colour I'm using on that. So I'm excited doing that all the time. So I've got about 3 whips on the go that I'm actually, well, there's got more whips than that, but they're the 3 that I've done this week. The Home Sweet Home one and the crossword one. The Home Sweet Home one I'm doing in the hand, and I've got to admit I'm really enjoying doing cross stitch in the hand as well. So I asked my husband, I said, any joy on making me a lap stand? He said, I've got all the pieces. He said, I know what I'm going to do. He said, it's just having the time to actually get round to doing it. So we'll see. If I keep nagging him, he will eventually do it for me, bless him. But he is busy all the time, so I can't really push too far for him. And I've done quite a bit of colouring this week in that Jade Summer Love book that Trees Addy got me. Since I showed it on my video on my channel, I've done about 3 or 4 more in there. They're just so nice just to sit and just to colour. Really, really enjoyed doing them. Just simple pictures, quick and easy simple pictures, rather than the, you know, the ones that take a lot of work on. Although I like them as well, but it's just a lot more hours into, and you don't seem to have achieved a lot for the amount of hours that you're doing. A bit like cross stitching, I suppose. So I'm really enjoying that. And did anybody notice my intro? Hopefully I will have been able to transfer it onto the beginning of this one, but yeah, that was a bit of fun trying to do. I had no idea how to do it. So I was just fiddling on Canva and I come up with that using the free stickers. And then I had to, and I think it was 28 seconds long or something. I said, I can't put that in as an intro. You only want about 10 or 12 seconds, the maximum they say, don't they? So I thought, right. So I've got it onto PowerDirect and I was trying to edit it down. Well, I couldn't figure out how to speed it up or anything, and I was so stupid. I could see, this came up audio. You press the speed button, and it came on auto off. Was it ease in, ease out button? And that was it. That's all I could see, and I was thinking, this can't be right. There's got to be more to this than that. If it's supposed to be the speed, that makes no sense whatsoever. So I'd come off, go back, have a look at everything else, back on, look, and in the end I called Millie and said, Mel, what am I doing wrong? She said, Mum, look at the side of your intro video, and by the side there's a little bar that goes up and down, and that's your speed. Oh, okay. So once I did that, yeah, it was perfect. And then we went and looked at some free music, and that's the one I liked. So Millie helped me put that music on, talked me through what she did. Don't know if I'd remember it again though. And then once it finished, everything had finished uploading for YouTube, the floss tube had gone, she made sure that the intro was downloaded, just the intro bit, so I should be able to just put it onto the video easy peasy without having to do anything. But when I think something's easy and peasy, it always goes wrong. Something goes wrong. Never easy peasy with me. If it can be cocked up, I will cock it up. And especially if it involves technology, because me and technology just, you know, as you know, we're not the best of friends. Sorry, I was having a drink of juice. So I think today's project's going to be carrying on having a go at the project bags. Because I know Marissa, the Crafty Heifer's got a Zoom call on a Saturday. But unfortunately it always lands on when I have my tea, to get the tea for the kids and the meal time. And now Dad's come in today, so I don't think I'm going to be able to join. And I do like doing the Zoom calls with the different girls. It's a bit of fun. But anybody can join Marissa's. If you just let her know, she'll send you a link and chat. And if you don't want to chat, like I very rarely chat, but I like to listen to everybody else chatting and see what everybody else is doing, which is quite nice. You know, because you get some people that just chat non-stop, which is great, and you've got people like me that just might say the odd word now and again, and then some that don't say anything at all, and that's, every one of those is fine, which is nice, and you feel comfortable in there. Oh, the post this morning brought me my, I haven't got it down here, it's upstairs on my bed, my Sips and Stitches Stioch 2020 tote bag, so I'm dead chuffed with that. That came this morning, so dead happy with that. But I'm not sure whether I'm going to use it as a project bag down here, or am I going to use it for something upstairs to put some stuff in. I haven't decided. But I don't want it to get ruined. You know what I mean? I just want to look at it for a while, I think. I do, I just want to look at these things for a while and admire them. Yeah, Grant's working outside. So Grant's working outside. He did a green man. He's finished that. He's oiled that. I don't know what he's doing actually now. He had an order for a green man, which he's done. He might have an order for another one, which would be nice. I said, but we're going to sort out the wood down the back, because unfortunately, because we have nowhere to keep it out sunlight, most of what we accumulated last year, unfortunately, is cracked. So his sister's going to come down week Sunday and she'll have it for firewood, which is a shame, but there's nothing we can do about it. That's the trouble that can happen with wood that's kept outside. But we have nowhere else to keep it, and it was all free. Everything we find, we salvage from being minced up usually. Or we ask about if anybody's cutting a cherry or an apple tree down, can we have some of the branches, and they're only too pleased to get rid of it, because otherwise they've got to find a way of disposing of it. So I said to him, we'll sort that out and then we can start again and work out what you need, what you don't need. I mean, the expensive wood, like the lime wood, that's kept in a shed. That's kept, because that was 100-year-old from an avenue down, is it Monmouth Way, I think? Off a big estate, we got that. So we keep that safe, because that's worth a lot of money. And it's beautiful wood. And it is, yeah, it can be expensive to get hold of the sizes that we've got. We were very lucky at the time. to get it. So I think that's all my news for this week. Brief and to the thing. See, some of that's popped already. So I'll love you and leave you. Thank you ever so much for joining me for my little whip and chat and a little catch up on what's been happening this week. I always like having a chat with you all. If you want to leave a comment or have a chat, all my details are down below. If you haven't subscribed and you fancy doing it, I would be much appreciated. I'd love to have you on board, and for the ones that always keep coming back, I love you loads and thank you. You are appreciated so much. It means the world to me that these people keep coming back to see me and having a chat with me, and into, you know, it's just, yeah, fantastic. So there's also a notification button by the side that'll tell you when I go live, which is usually on a Sunday, and when I put a video up, whether it's cross stitching, colouring, diamond painting, even some sewing ones I've done. They're all there, but it'll tell you when I'm putting them up. With that said, I'll bid you farewell. Most importantly, look after yourselves, take care, and stay safe. Bye for now.